I'm scared.
Your life, Soda Zucker. Anyway, welcome to the extremely scuffed FL live stream here in Australia. I'm joined here today by Soda Zucker, who will be monitoring this event at the same
Yay!
time and co-commentating this.
Listen, we're cooked. I'm gonna be honest, we are completely cooked. But it's fine, alright? We're out at Australia. This is our. Technically our second off calendar race, but it's the first of the ones we missed at the start of the season, so
You,
that's why we're doing Australia during the summer break, which is a little bit weird.
yeah,
But I
you guys
mean,
screwed up my damn home country race, bruh. Come on.
yeah.
Anyway,
Tell your fault, Mark.
Anyway, we have about 5 minutes to yap about standings right now. Let's go on to the individual standings, where we have Mafiosa leading after Paper Yoshi's been keeping a decent lead in the championship. He's lost it to Mafiosa, about 70 points behind. Gilo's following close behind with Zinzoom, about 6 points behind Gilo as well. Onikaizo's making his way up after a bunch of huge victories, getting podiums consistently. Killer Law has been consistently doing well as well, moving all the way up to 6th place, overtaking Ilta some more in the standings. Satomi has overtaken Blip Dash after a few absences from Blip, and Onidalis has remained the same place. I don't know how the hell I got up a position without even showing up. Omega Miz also went up a position.
Did you not show?
With
Wait.
who Kazin, who is sitting in 13th right now after losing position to Omega Miz by 1 point, and Lapis Lettuce, who hasn't shown up recently either, is going down in 14th place. I don't know where the rest of the standings are. I could probably do slash FL.
I mean, did you say you didn't show up to Hungary?
I did not. I did show up to Hungary.
Oh no, you did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did show up to Hungary.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I thought you moved up the standings without racing. That would have been kind of crazy.
The Mulligans.
That would have been
The
a hell of a
Mulligans. Anyway, Legendary 7 is sitting in P15 right now, about 30 seconds off the. No, why am I saying seconds? Points off the top 14. Pigala, my teammate, has been race controlling, and is just leading Lucy Goldie and Ferrari 15 and 17-18. And completing the top 20, Martin is moving his way up to P19, and Demonatic is sitting in 20th. So
Yeah,
that's the individual standings that we can talk about so far.
Yeah, I mean, I think the key things to point out is just the huge gap between Yoshi and Gilo. I mean, Gilo missing a few races now. It's understandable, but that's that's 141 points.
Yeah, it's humongous between the two of them. Paper Yoshi and Mafiosa gapping away from literally everyone in this field, and with about half the season to go, maybe Gilo could do something with it. But Mafiosa's been consistently going crazy, getting podium after podium as well, and getting some big points here for the Cookie Monsters as they are trying to make their way up to first place to catch up to Vanwave. So.
Yeah, I mean, recently Vanwave, they've been pulling away from the Cookie Munchers. And I mean, what's even more crazy, you'll see a black question mark on next to the drivers of Paper Yoshi, Elta Samar, Omega Miz. And that's because Blip Dash, he's been absent for a little while.
Yeah.
And he's actually been taken off the Vanwave team for now at least. So I'm not sure what's going to be happening with that. Oh wait, I'm actually getting news in my ear that Faxu has now joined Vanwave. Faxu has joined the team in blue, the team leading the team championships.
As a reserve,
So,
or
I'm not sure. I mean, the team lineups are just 4 drivers, and then the top 2 score the points for the team. So, I mean, if Blip ever comes back to doing FL, then I'm sure they'll be quick to pick him up again.
Oh yeah.
But I think while Blip is gone, for however long he may be gone for, I think this is a great signing for the team to, just in case any of their 3 main drivers do mess up, I think Faxio is a a good replacement just to have as a backup. But rest of the team standings, you've got Cookie Munchers trying to catch up, Sigma Grindsack slowly closing the gap, and you actually had Armorcraft overtake Alpeg last race, and you had Sandstorm make 2 places on Guarana and Bush X FL Racing teams. So some pretty big moves.
Yeah, Sandstorm moving up as well. Yeah, with about 100 points gapping first and second place in the team standings, it could be anyone's game so far this season. We have quali loading up in a few seconds right now, so we could probably head over to that.
Yeah, for sure. This should work, I think.
Alright, so, oh my goodness, I am lagging already just looking at the little blob of players, and some people are just going.
Oh, me too. Oh yeah, this is beautiful.
Alright, well, we can look at the leaderboard as well while we're waiting for quality to load. 32 Gilo has been putting in some practice times, setting the only sub 131 time here in the leaderboard. Right ahead of Paper Yoshi and Mafiosa, who is splitting the 2 Cookie Munchers here in this leaderboard for the top 3. Legendary A7 is also another Cookie Muncher, and
wait,
they have been putting in the practice time.
How do I get in? How do I get in?
They have first, third, and fourth here in the leaderboard right now, with Blipdash getting in 5th place as well.
Hello,
Only
guys.
Kaiser's in there. Life Network, Martin loves this track, and why am I listening to Indian music? But Martin is sitting in 8th, Killer Law is in 9th, Gabriel Live has been also practicing in 10th, trying to move up the standings if he can pull off a good race this time around. We have about 46 drivers here in Q1 today. The top 34, I believe, will be moving on to Q2, where they will have 2 laps to do, and Q3 will be the top 17 of Q2, where they will be pulling off a one-shot quali.
Yeah, and I mean, we'll have 10 seconds now until these drivers get released. It's the top 34 advance to Q2. They have 3 laps to set the best lap they can to get into that Q2. And for a lot of the top drivers, it should be pretty easy. But for some of the lower down drivers that you may not see mentioned too much, this is a big moment for them. The pressure is on for some of these lower skilled drivers that you may see hanging around the community. And it's really a place where they can start and show themselves as good drivers, but we'll see. Big. We'll see at the start, Legendary edging ahead of the pack, taking a different line. He doesn't take the wall tap. He doesn't lose much time.
We have the top 4 here, the top 4 in the leaderboard. Oh, but Legendary just scraped aside though, so he's gonna lose a lot of time.
And a Mega Miscratch too.
So here we go. This is literally the top 3 in the leaderboard, fighting for this top position here in qualifying 1, and we have the three championship leaders right now are leading away against Oni Kaiser, who has been consistently getting podiums recently as well. We have Paper Yoshi, Mafiosa, and Gilo being split by about 2 blocks. This is absolutely insane. So
these quali sessions are so intense to watch, and this wall tap adds to the spiciness.
There you go, Paper Yoshi messes up the wall tap a tiny bit, but it gets a better entry. That is a big send.
But Gilo with a better entry to this penultimate turn into the final turn. Mafiosa will be quickest across the line to finish the first lap. Onikaiser makes a mistake in the background. And Martin very far on the left.
131.211. That is a very good time, actually.
That is very impressive.
I mean,
that beats a PB.
That's a PB for Mafiosa here on the very first lap of this qualifying heat. So
that's kind of massive.
I just love to see these top 3 drivers absolutely pushing the limits without even having to. They don't even need to do it. They're just automatically into Q2 as long as they set about a 133 or 32.
Well, that's the important thing for these top drivers is just getting into the zone. I think getting used to setting these high pace laps under, even if it's a minuscule amount of pressure right now, just getting into that mindset of just smashing out these laps. It can be very helpful going into the later quality sessions, especially Q3, where you'll see the likes of Mafiosa, Gilo, Paper Yoshi all fighting for that precious pole position, and Gilo improving by just a little bit for now
Yeah, just by
in
a
the
tick at the
lead.
moment. Just by a tick at the moment, but whatever improvement he can get will will be useful for him to like use these like kind of practice laps, I guess. And
Yeah. Martin behind as well with a big improvement.
Martin is improving as
0.31
well. He's
up.
sitting in fourth at the
Ooh,
moment
lost a
too.
little there.
He lost a little.
Will he? Ooh, 0.45. Will this be enough to overtake Paper Yoshi, who is currently not improving
No,
on
Martin
his current
absolutely
lap?
loves this track, and he
Oh,
almost
not
beats Paper
quite.
Yoshi. Only Kaiser also gets a similar time to Martin's first lap, also improving up to fifth place. So he's gonna need the lap he just had, and I have a feeling that these guys are pushing this much to try and intimidate the other drivers, saying, "Hey, I'm the best qualifier here. Don't try and take pole position from me." And right now, Paper Yoshi, Legendary are pushing to try and get their fastest laps, and Legendary couldn't get his big lap in so far, sitting in P10 at the moment, as he messed up both his laps from a scrape, I believe. So he's gonna try and find an improvement. He still doesn't do the wall tap there. Driving for the Cookie Munchers, Legendary is also gonna have to try and find some points here, so the Cookie Munchers can get the gap closed close to this race in Australia.
But it's currently looking really good for the Cookie Munchers, not just because of their current 1-2, but also because Paper Yoshi is the only New Wave driver in the top 20.
Oh, that is true.
23rd is Omega Miz. That's the... Because I don't believe Eltis is here, and Faxio isn't in the top 25. So it's looking a little rough for the Vanwave team today. Faxio is currently P27, so he should be fine into Q2. But pressure's on for Q3 as the drivers finish their laps. Yoshi is improving, Satomni also improving, but just by the slightest of margins.
I mean,
Not that it will matter too much.
we can see Faxio, our replacement driver for Blip Dash, 1.5 seconds up at the moment as he crosses the finish line. And does he wait? Is he in the top 20? I
Yeah,
can't
he,
really see.
he jumps to P22, P23 now, P24 now. Oh my!
Oh my goodness, so many people
Few
improving right
improvements
now.
from
Demon
Demonatic, and
yeah, we have Demon
yeah,
Shoujo getting
Xiaojo
improved
was
as
a
well.
huge improvement. He needed that. Kalazin, possibly. Is that? I'm not too sure if that's enough, but yeah, but pretty high pressure for a lot of these drivers, even in Q1. Like this is definitely not an easy track to master,
Oh yeah,
especially with it being all blue ice. That adds to the difficulty of some of these sharp turns, especially turn one, is pretty difficult to get perfect. And the gains that you can get from getting just the apex just perfect, it's huge, especially when it comes down to just thousandths of a second, like which split Gilo and Yoshi. But Mafiosa, almost point 0.3 of a lead. Big. Huge. And we will finish.
oh yeah. Anyway, we have
The...
the top 34 here. Who has been? I wonder who got 35th here. Digo07YT. Rest in peace. He's four tenths behind 34th place. He will be eliminated alongside everyone who has completed a lap slower than him. And by the looks of it, this qualifying heat is really stacked. We have
Oh, for sure.
yeah, so we even have was it Faxio, who is meant to be a good replacement for Blipdash, almost get knocked out of Q1 as well. Now going to Q2, the top 17 will be moving on to the one-shot quality in Q3, and it could be anyone's game right now. Two big mess ups. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, 2 mess ups and you're cooked.
Yeah, pretty much. Otherwise,
uh,
otherwise half of these drivers will be making in. We have 8 seconds to go here in qualifying 2, and we'll see what all these drivers can do. All 34 drivers are ready to go, and launching off the TT area. Legendary with a slight lead again as he leads off the wall tap, crossing the finish line first. He has a slightly awkward entry into turn 1. Let's see how he's gonna be able to take it. Omega Miz though, our driver for Vanwave, I think, is gonna be leading the pack. Actually, Faxio and Gilo are gonna be taking the lead back as we head down the second straight and into the third corner. There's a lot of lead switches going on right now in the first sector. So we have Gabriel Live, Legendary, Paper Yoshi's back in the mix again as he takes the wall tap, catching up to Legendary and Gilo, taking the tightest line possible. There we go, a big mess up for track 9377. That's not the lap you need for Q2 if you want to get into top 17. Let's see the top 3 at the moment. 30 Gilo, Paper Yoshi, Oni Kaiser. These guys are rapid through these corners here in Australia. And oh, it seems like Paper Yoshi has just scraped there into the chicane. I don't know what they missed, but that's gonna cost him a bit of time. He's gonna lose out a few positions there because of that. Anyway, 32 Gilo sending the last wall tap here and just nailing it on the coffin for
Yoshi
everyone.
made a mistake in the background. That's why he's no longer with this top group.
Well,
Martin taking his spot in this top 3, but Gabe Alive is just on his tail as these first few drivers cross the line for their first lap of 2.
Big entry for Oni Kaiser. He's gonna try and catch up to Gilo, but no, it's not gonna be enough. Wait, no, it actually is. 8,000 of a second.
Oh my.
8,000 of a second. That is very close here in Q2. 1:31.678. It's the time to beat from Oni Kaiser. We've seen better time from Mafiosa early on as well. So there might be an opportunity for either of these top drivers to try and take the lead of Q2 here in this final lap.
I'm gonna point something out very quickly. Paper Yoshi currently P21.
Oh, that's not good for him. He needs to make up at least 5 more positions and not get overtaken. I think Paper Yoshi is going to be able to do it as long as he keeps a clean and tidy lap right now. He has the second fastest lap here in the leaderboard of FL, and we know he can do it. He just doesn't have to choke that badly. So
yeah. I mean, in his previous lap, he made a mistake on that diagonal wall tap. You will see in just a few turns' time.
Wait, Paper Yoshi's not even up on his time.
Near perfect. Yeah,
I mean, Yoshi's not even that far up on his time. He's not improving that much. He's okay. Well, he's half a second up now.
Wow, that's half. Wow!
He gained half a second. That was a huge from the last lap.
Ooh, mistake from Mapeki. Mapeki will be in trouble. He's currently P15. Well, Yoshi gets the walk as well, but Mapeki may be in trouble.
Paper Yoshi is almost 3 seconds up now on his time. He wasn't even up on his time earlier. He was 7/10 down, and now 3 seconds up.
It's a totally mistake as well.
Where in the world?
He needs 2.8 seconds away from provisional, well, not even provisional pole, but P1, and he will snipe that by 3/10. That's a great time as well.
That is
a little slower than Mafiosa in Q1, but he improves upon what he could perform on in Q1, even under the pressure of 1 lap to survive. So, very impressive from the Singaporean.
Yeah, we have all these laps coming in now. What's the top 17 looking like, or what is 16 and 17 looking like? I can't.
Dead N10 for Iceable, currently 17th. He is in 17th by 2,000ths of a second.
Oh my God.
Just over Kane. Oh my.
That is.
I don't think we'll be having anyone improve. Mafiosa doing a little bit of trolling. I think I should be able to heat finish.
Yeah, there we go. I want to see the 17th place. Yeah, that is very close between Deadhead and Kane there. 2,000 of a second. 133.14 against a 133.16. So Kane almost making his first Q3 here in FL. Just missing out by the tiniest of margins. So now we have the top 17 drivers from Q2, and they have been practicing 5 laps here in this qualifying heat. They will have 1 more lap to decide the last positions in the front of the pack. So who do you have your money on, Soda?
I think Mafioso has that peak pace over anyone else. I mean, saying that, Gilo currently holds the world record. But I think anyone in this top 4
Well,
has
Megami
a
is coming
great
back.
shot of it. I think Legendary would definitely be a great, a pretty shocking result to be on pole, but I definitely shouldn't take him out the equation because he has shown how quick of a driver he is. He got P4 in Q2.
Okay, now,
And it's a nice to see the different lines coming out of these drivers. A few of them choosing to take that wall tap on the exit of Q2. But Mafioso currently in the lead. JH-77 just behind, taking P2 just for now. Again, different lines being chosen.
well,
That wall tap seeming to gain Killalore and Quasar a little bit of time.
Mafioso messes up! Mafioso
Mafioso's
scoops aside!
big
That's a
mistake.
big lead he's lost! And now, we see Gabriel Live here in the front of the pack. He might have a humongous advantage over every other driver here in this one-shot qualifying. Not the lap Mafioso needed. He was the star of Q1. And Legendary
Legendary
messes up as well!
mistake.
This is not looking good for the Cookie Munchers. One more driver for the Cookie Munchers is Gilo. And where is Paper Yoshi? I don't see Paper Yoshi here as well. Gabriel Live right now is on track to get pole position. Martinez is driving for Alpig right now. Is also in the mix for pole position. One wall tap to go. Gabriel Live nails it.
Gabriel
That's a
Live,
big
the Brazilian, is
him.
peaking. This Guarana racing driver we've seen a few times, some incredible results.
And here we go on the
Will
last
he be able to hold onto pole? It's so close between the Brazilian
And it's gonna be
and
a photo
the
finish.
Alpig
Gabriel
driver.
Live. Gabriel Live is just gonna edge away from Martin.
He should have
Gilo's
it.
right there too, and it's gonna be Gabriel Live with pole position.
Is-
A 131.
does he keep it? I think he's got it. Is anyone else on a quick lap? I don't think they are.
what about Paper
I
Yoshi?
think
What's Paper
Paper
Yoshi?
Yoshi is on a quick lap.
He's got a quick lap. He might be able
Watch
to
out!
disappoint
He
him.
could spoil the party. No, he cannot.
No, that is
It's
just
only
so
good enough for P2. Gabe Alive. What a performance!
Gabriel Live just taking the Brazilians first. Guarana for what the word? I'm stuttering because of how intense that was. Okay, Gabriel Live, first Brazilian to take a pole position in FL here in Australia. That was completely unexpected from him. We did not see him coming, comparing him to Gilo, the likes of Gilo, Paper Yoshi, Mafioso, Only Kaiser, and etc. That is just absolutely absurd. Mafioso, despite that big scrape though, managing a P10 somehow. As Dead End 10 also just barely scraping out into Q3, moving up to 9th place, which is a very good result for him. Vanwave also has some Mega Miss up there at P8. So, that is...
I mean, Iltis not being here puts a little pressure on Paper Yoshi and Omega Miz to perform well enough to maintain that leading position. I mean, the lead they have is over 100 points. They should just be able to, especially with Mafioso in P10 and Legendary down in P14. A pretty rough qualifying free from the Cookie Munchers team, and it's actually no Cookie Muncher driver in the top 2. So it's no Vanwave driver in the top. Oh wait, no, Paper Yoshi in the top 2. Never mind. But
big team
these
is struggling right now. It's the Armor Crafting team led by Satomni and Killerlaw. They made it to Q3, but it seems like they're struggling. They're not even in the top 10, I think. Satomni just barely missed out, and they've been going strong in the first few qualifying heats. Let's see what they can do in the race. They're not someone to count out, especially after seeing Killerlaw absolutely bomb qualifying in 3 in Canada a few weeks ago, and
yeah, like he's had a very up and down season, has Killalore. I mean, he does currently find himself in a pretty good position in the championship in P6, I do believe. Yeah, just overtaken the Vanwave driver of Iltis, but he has a lot of work to do from P15 if he wants. Even a top 10 result could be tricky, but I believe he should be able to make a few places. I think he has a better pace than what he showed in Q3. It's just a matter of, can he keep his composure and can he not let this pressure get to him? But 25 seconds. That's all we have until this grid should get loaded.
We're gonna see.
And then we'll have a race pretty soon, Mark.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
We have a race soon with our first Brazilian pole in FL. That is impressive stuff from Gabriel Live. He's in the top 10. He's been putting practice in this track as well. He just needed this big lap here to overtake everyone here in qualifying. Otherwise, my throat just. Anyway, Gabriel Live sitting in pole position. Paper Yoshi in second. We have Thursday, Gilo, Martin, JH Dash, Quasor, Sharfy, Omega Miss, Dead End, Mafiosa, Satomni, Mindcrime,
Go!
Kaiser, Legendary, Girlo, Ferrari F15. 17th place is absent. Kane.
Fuck you, Mopek.
What the hell? is going
Shut
on there?
your
Top
bitch
20 right
ass
now.
up,
I don't even care what the
motherfucker.
hell is happening. I'm just gonna go through the entire order here, as we have a few seconds to go before this race begins. So I wonder what Paper Yoshi can do from the front row. He's definitely proving that he has consistent pace. Seeing all the other races he's done in FL, he's trying to pull away from Mafioso, who's all the way down in 10th, or trying to catch up to Mafioso's in the standings, who's all the way down in 10th right now, which is really good for Paper Yoshi. If he can get a good start here, it'll be prime time for Paper Yoshi against Gabriel Live and his championship opponent.
And you know what? Not everyone's ready, but it's fine. We will be.
I swear to God,
I mean,
some frozen players in the start.
if he's just AFK, it's fine. We will be starting in 15 seconds.
Here we go.
Until we are Australian Grand
10 seconds
Prix.
to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it's lights out of the way. You go in the Australian Grand Prix. Martin trying to cut to the right side in 4th place to try and get in tandem. Paper Yoshi with a decent start. Gabriel Live launching away into P1, but he messes up. He kind of scrapes it behind there, and Gabriel Live seems to be gapping away from Paper Yoshi, who is taking the lead of the race here immediately in the first few corners. Gilo is also taking 2nd place away from Gabriel Live. He is still hanging on to this fight. I think Martin
Hang on to the background.
Yeah, Martin in the background is gonna have to let go of the fight as we have about a 6-way tandem. Omega Miss backs out a tiny bit. Sharpie gets bumped out, and then Satomni with a decent start moves up a few positions. JH up in the 9th place. Where is Mafiosa right now?
Mafiosa is in this. He's in this tandem battle that we're watching with his fellow pole Quasar, and Gaber is trying to hold on as well, but he is losing out. This quali pace that he showed in Q3 looks like he's struggling to maintain that pace in a race setting. Quasar now almost getting bumped out as well. 1 lap until DRS gets activated, so we'll see no DRS on lap 1.
Oh, Mafiosa scrapes a tiny bit there. Martin gets a little lead out of it, and let's watch to the front right now. Actually, we can watch both battles going on at the moment. This 4-way fight's actually catching up to Gilo and Paper Yoshi. Oh, it seemed like Gabriel Live just messed up. He's gonna have to back out of the tandem battle. That's unfortunate for him. Our pole sitter is not fighting for 3rd place anymore. And at the moment, we have a humongous fight here for 1st place. Mafiosa already setting a 1:33 time, even on the very first lap. That is impressive stuff from him. That is the perfect start he needed from 10th place. And he's up into 3rd place. So, Gilo and Paper Yoshi just pushing each other at the moment. The Cookie Munchers are doing absolutely tremendous here. Gilo is the driver who's trying to catch up in points, and actually the top 3 in the individual standings is in the top 3 once again here, just like we've seen in Q1. The qualifying didn't really matter to them. It seems like Paper Yoshi has messed up turn 6 and 7 just a tiny bit, and now Gilo is gonna have a slight advantage here going to this little curvy straight here.
The drivers behind need to be careful because Yoshi may have to yield this tandem at some point, which means he'll suddenly slow down a bunch. And Mafiosa and Quasar are getting so close to the Singaporean driver. in P2,
That's a
but
DRS
DRS
over
is activated. Now this is a scary DRS,
big bump
and
for Quasar.
Quasar showing why that's so scary.
Where are the other drivers
Guess-
behind him? Mafiosa feels brave, but he messes up. Mafiosa doesn't quite get the move he wants, but he still stays in the fight against Gabriel Live. So Tumney now stuck in a triple tandem. There's a humongous strain here for the top 10 here, right behind. And Gilo has actually taken the lead ahead of Paper Yoshi's Ghost, getting his Ghost ahead of Paper Yoshi's as well, as he catches up to his first back marker. But I believe they're ghosted, so okay, Deviation is like driving like it's dumbass anyway, so it's good that he's ghosted.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
No lap drivers in FL, so these drivers will not get disturbed by any drivers who have possibly done an early pit or any slower drivers which can't quite keep the pace of these more experienced,
it won't disturb
more
the
nerdy
extremely
drivers.
tight fight here between the two Polish drivers here, Quasar and Mafiosa, teammates in Summit, now rivals in FL. We'll see them down in turn 6 and 7, fighting for third place right now. Mafioso gets a better exit, now going to the straight. You need a really good exit here to try and get the most speed you can in this super fast section. Quasar just losing out a tiny bit, 2/10 behind. He's still in the fight in tandem. Mafioso, though, who has proven that he has one of the biggest race paces. Quasar has a brave braking zone there, getting but then just messes up at the exit of this chicane, so he might have to yield to Mafiosa soon. As we have a quadruple DRS going on.
Mafiosa made a mistake! Mafiosa made a mistake, he got bumped!
Oh my, wait,
Mafiosa, just as soon as you left the action, Mafiosa scraped on the exit of the wall tap and got bumped out by Quasar, and Gabriel Live took that opportunity immediately. And now the two drivers behind will get DRS.
Sorry to interrupt. Paper Yoshi did pick up the DRS on 30 Gilo. There's now a fight here going on between the two leaders at the moment. They're running away from the rest of the pack. Right now, Martin is fighting Mafiosa, who is just being followed by our pole sitter Gabriel Live and a humongous train behind him, all the way up to Septumni. Actually, no, I kind of want to watch this train instead. This is some big action coming from everyone. Martin gets a mess up there, getting overtaken by JH Dash now, falling down to P8. Septumni's trailing right behind. We have a triple tandem here. Actually, no, there's some back marker included in them. There's Skirlol and Sandoros fighting here for P11. Ferrari F15 following right behind, with Minecraft and Ikonos following in the battle for P14. So a lot of close fights in this humongous train. Lots of traffic. I'm surprised none of them have pitted yet. But I'm guessing a lot of them are feeling conservative right now, since there's only one pit here in this race. So I wonder what kind of
I think it can be a very risky play, but you can get a bit more DRS than possibly your opponents by getting past the slower drivers which haven't pit yet. I mean, if these drivers pit now, I think they'd probably come out just possibly behind the Sanderus fight. Yoshi going wide to get the DRS again on Gilo, hoping he can get into a slightly better tandem. Probably does gain a little bit by tactically getting that DRS, but Gilo goes wide into turn 1. Paper Yoshi will take the lead.
Gilo with a big mess up there into turn 1. That is just not what he needs. Gilo has been able to get Paper Yoshi out of tandem recently, and now he's just taking a good third corner, just following right behind Paper Yoshi. He's not even taking the wall tap, interestingly. Paper Yoshi with a way better exit speed is now going to be bolting it down to turn 6 and 7 here. Very crucial corners, as I said earlier. And now Gilo is falling behind a tiny bit. 5/10 now, splitting Paper Yoshi and Gilo's true position as they continue to fight in tandem. But Gilo is at risk at the moment. So
oh, for sure. Gilo is under a lot of pressure. He needs to be sure not to make a mistake, and if he does, he needs to be ready to compensate for it. He goes out of tandem just there. This DRS is very risky, but he does make it work immediately.
Oh my goodness, that is a big gap for 30.
He's getting so much. What on? He's crazy.
That strategic move worked out perfectly for Gilo. So
yeah, I'm surprised how much he gained. I mean, maybe Yoshi made a little bit of a mistake.
He's using the same strat right now. Yoshi's getting the DRS on Gilo. Will we be able to catch up here in this first straight? Just a tiny bit. He stays in time.
Pretty much.
Very close fight here as they keep trading DRS sections, and these two drivers' strategies are on point at the moment. They're just gapping away from Quasar, taking DRSs off each other, 5 seconds ahead in the lead. As
so close between these drivers, are so equally matched, and you can see occasionally one will apply the pressure onto the other like Yoshi did last lap, and Gilo just about managed to actually come out on top out of that exchange, but now Yoshi showing to have maybe a little bit better pace throughout the first sector of the lap, and Gilo will try and make it up again, but Gilo maybe lacking just a little bit of pace to his Singaporean rival for this race win so far. But even still, it's so close. I mean, the 100 splits him right now.
Yeah, they keep trading. Yeah, they keep trading trading positions here. This fight is so close that none of them even think of slowing down for a DRS in this straight. Here we go into the wall tap. Gilo loses out a tiny bit of against Yoshi here in this tandem battle. About 2/10. Gilo is feeling brave though into the final sector. So he's just making sure that he can stay in tandem here in the fight against Paper Yoshi to try and get a chance to possibly win this race, as they gap the rest of the field by another second this lap. Despite having to fight each other constantly, they're still outpacing literally everyone in this race. And it's looking good for Yoshi. If he is to win this race, he will be having a big catch-up starting against Mafiosa here in this championship. Yoshi messing up a tiny bit in turn 3 though. Gilo finds a bit of pace there in turn 3, still not taking the wall tap. Yeah, so Yoshi is slightly superior in sector 1, mainly because Gilo is not wall tapping there in turn 4 or 5, whatever. And
very, very strange why he's deciding not to take it. I mean, from what I've seen, it seems pretty simple to hit and gains quite a bit of time, so
I do also like to see the humongous pace gap these guys have against the lab drivers that they're coming up on.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
There's no competition between the two of them. And
no, these two are in a class of their own right now. 6.3 seconds Mafiosa behind, and you don't see that very often from our championship leader. He's dominated a few races in his time in FL, multiple time race winner. I think about 3 or 4 now. I lose track because he just keeps winning, man. But
something I would like to mention though is Quasar, who has done his first pit recently as well. And he is catching up to Martin, I think. So
yeah, Martin not done a pit yet, and Quasar would have
has just sold his race at the moment. I think he's not even done a pit, and he's sitting in P11. He's going for a pit now, preventing Quasar from getting a DRS, which is a very funny move from Martin there. So,
not wanting to help
the
Polish driver out.
Wait, 30 Gilo just pulled out a tandem.
You're right.
30 Gilo, I think he's gonna try and pick up a DRS here in the second DRS zone against Paper Yoshi. It's a very risky one as it's a diagonal straight, but we've seen Gilo do it. We've seen Gilo do it before. Maybe we'll do it again as they are 9 seconds at a Mafiosa. So
Just maybe making mistakes as well. I did mention how this track can be very tricky, but I didn't expect someone of the likes of Mafiosa to find it this tricky.
Gilo! Yoshi with a very line. Yoshi saw it coming. He is not falling for the same trick twice, and Yoshi has got a 5 seconds gap on his hand as he bumps Gilo off. The Cookie Muncher are second and third now, as Paper Yoshi with a masterclass of a race on his hands at the moment.
I mean, we've seen Gilo take such advantage of that DRS, and we hadn't seen him make a mistake like that this race so far. We've seen a slight mistake or two, but that's the most that we've seen.
Sorry to cut you off. Slight big mess up there for Quasar as well, as Sandors also took the same defensive line Yoshi took in the second DRS zone. And now Legendary, our other Cookie Monster driver, is now catching up to the pole. So
just about in tandem for P11.
So
these drivers probably a little further down the order than you'd expect, but they do have that one pit completed already. So they should slowly gain on people as they start to pit, but Quasar's very wide there. Oh my, Legendary gains probably over a second just in that one turn.
yeah, there we go.
Quasar taking that wall tap will gain in that equal.
He almost did get bombed by Legendary though. That was quite a risky move. I had to catch up to.
Oh, Ferrari ahead of him made a mistake.
Ooh, wait.
Ferrari ahead. This is
peak
battle.
They're both gonna get a DRS here if they keep this position here in the second sector.
It's not quite a battle for position, but it's a battle that will definitely interfere with this battle for P11.
I think,
but this could be scary.
I think Gilo is cracking a little bit.
Gilo making mistakes as well. Let's see what these two drivers can do. Quasar making a mistake on this DRS again.
And Legendary messes up as well.
Wide.
Legendary messes up going wide.
And they're still in tandem.
And now Quasar is getting back on Legendary. As
Legendary, no!
Legendary messes up.
No, Legendary.
And now Satumni, our armor crafting driver, is gonna make his way up against him. Our other Vanwave driver, Omega Miz, also getting in the fight. 4 different teams here in the mix here, trying to get the lead of the first bidders.
The Italian driver had it all done. He did the difficult part of overtaking with that DRS, but he messed up with that extra little bit of speed you get from the DRS on the wall tap. He just went on another mistake.
Legendary, not again.
No, he's tilted. I can understand why, but he just needs to lock in. He knows he has the pace to catch these drivers. He knows he's quicker, and he just needs to prove that.
We'll be able to see whether they can do it or not. Quasar does have a lot of clean air though. 5 seconds to Sandors after a lot of mess ups in a row. Satumni trying to do his best to catch up. Omega Miz trying to pick up a DRS from Satumni as well. J-Shots just DRS off Kiril as well, trying to get 6th place back. And it seemed like it's stuck according to the leaderboard, or he didn't even try and send a move. Omega Miz right now, just following close right behind. Satumni can see him, just looking behind him. And now, Omega Miz with DRS, will he be able to get it? Or will Satumni defend the position? Omega Miz doesn't feel risky at the moment, and he stays behind Satumni for now, which is probably the smart move. As we know, the first DRS section is probably the best DRS place to overtake in. So
yeah, no, for sure. It's a lot easier. I mean, it's a straight line, so you can't go too wrong with it. But we did see how much Gilo could gain on that diagonal straight.
Ooh, Omega
so
he does get a decent run on Satumni, getting a big dive on his goes, and it was successful.
Oh
He's back in Ghana with him, but he doesn't go for the wall tap for some reason. Now Satumni, it's going to be a duel between Satumni and Omega Miz. I don't know what net position they are, but this could be crucial for either one of them. Omega Miz goes wide on turn 3, so that's not looking good for him. Going down to turn 5, Satumni is going to take the lead once again, and Omega Miz is out of tandem. So I think Omega is just feeding off Satumni's pace right now to try and get DRS constantly, and just following close behind, making sure he gets DRS every lap. And this could be a very good strategy as long as Satumni tries to catch up to Quasar, who is catching up to Sandors right now, who has not done a pit yet. Sandors is being outpaced by Quasar by quite a lot, and we can see him visibly getting really closer already too. So Quasar, oh no, wait a minute, I have to like interrupt myself there because Mafioso has just set the fastest lap there, 1:36.78. That's a record, but that's probably the DRS. He is catching his teammate up.
I don't think he would have got DRS.
Wait, actually, yeah, you're right.
It's kind of crazy.
Mafioso's going crazy. He just set the world record mid race without even using the 8 of DRS. Speaking of DRS, it seems like Quasar is now trying to use Sandorus as to his advantage right now to try and gap away from Satomni, who is fighting with Omega Mids once again. Omega Mids probably found the DRS in the second sector, as now they're side by side going to turn 3 again. Let's see what it's gonna look like again. It's a rematch, probably like the third rematch they've had so far. Satomni with a slight scrape there, a slight block stop, I guess, and he did gain a few. He did get a few intents there on Omega Mids as he shows his raw pace against him. This is a clear sign of just Satomni having a better pace than Omega Mids. So
I mean, these drivers are still so closely matched, but they're getting very, very close between these two. And getting through this very high-paced S, and they're both just trying to catch Quasar ahead, who just gets DRS and Sandorus. He does make the DRS log this time.
oh, there we go. That's a good move.
He's learned from his mistakes. He's made a few mistakes on that DRS, but makes the most of it this time.
I mean,
Gains that position.
Gabriel Live is now going for a pit on lap 12 now. We have about 4 laps to go for everyone here in the top to try and do their pits. We've seen some different strategies from all the other drivers. So
Quasar's just behind him. Quasar could not undercut Gabe alive. The pole sitter maintains his position over Quasar, but it's under a second, which splits them. That's enough for DRS. 1.15 seconds is what's required for DRS.
I wonder what Sand is thinking right now. He's looking at front row seats for possibly a top 5 finish between the two of them, and it seems like Gabriel Live is slowing down a tiny bit there. That was a little bit of an oversteer for Gabriel Live, as now Quasar is 8/10s behind him, keeping the pressure on him and getting really up close and personal against him. So this is brave from Quasar, I would say, to try and gain the position against Gabriel Live here into the second sector. Quasar goes wide,
but he
there.
should be fine.
He should be alright for DRS though.
He did it last lap. He'll need to try his best to get past this lap.
Oh, it's very
He's going straight into the back, I
he
think.
releases.
Oh,
Okay. He
smart.
does release.
Oh no!
Again, Gabriel Live gets an awkward.
Oh no, it's all going wrong.
Against Omega Miz as well. That is just unfortunate for Quasar, the Polish driver. And where did he go?
Where did he go?
He just disconnected. He just
Did
raced
he
from this
leave?
race, and that's gonna
I
be
think
3
he
positions
did.
for everyone else who's behind him. So
That's unfortunate.
for him.
No. I can't say I'm surprised from a man like Quasar, but that's very unfortunate. You never like to see it. But we keep playing.
Yeah, we keep playing. There's still a humongous fight there. Between Gabriel Live, Sandorus, Satomni, Omega Miz, and Martin, who has done his best to catch up, but only has about 3 laps to do it. So it's gonna be a struggle for him. People are gonna be pitting soon as well, as we're on lap 14 with Paper Yoshi. So Paper Yoshi on a league of his own right now, lapping P20 at the moment. He's just on fire this entire race. I think he's going on to try and do a last lap pit so that he can secure his win, not make any mistakes and try to go for a pit too early. Yoshi is gonna play it safe on the penultimate lap, and he's gonna take a pit right after this lap and take the lead of the race.
Gilo has slowly closed that gap, but it won't be enough with only 2 laps left.
Yeah.
He just made that one big mistake and just couldn't make up for it.
Was it Gilo's
Despite
mistake, or
even if he had a little bit better pace,
was it
but
Gilo's mistake,
Yoshi-
or was it Yoshi's like defensive master?
it was a little bit of both. I mean, we've seen how risky and how punishing that DRS is.
Yeah, Gilo.
Very different to how we normally have DRS. Usually it's a bit more of a free overtake. This time, a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, earlier on, Gilo probably should have thought Yoshi will not fall for the same mistake. as a Singaporean driver, you'd expect him to be a lot smarter, a lot so. Well, anyway, that's still a good result for the Cookie Munchers. Except for Legendary, who has messed up a bunch there earlier on in this race in the halfway point. Paper Yoshi will be heading into the pits very soon. Here in the on the last corner, entering the pit, getting a little wall tap there, and he will be leading by 5 seconds ahead of Gilo and Mafiosa, who is also heading into the pits. We have.
Oh, Mafiosa made a mistake. Oh no.
Mafiosa is selling.
Hopefully that doesn't bite him. Gabe Alive, I'm not sure where he's going to come out in regards to the top 3 currently, as we see
right now,
drivers
Yoshi
drive
came out
into
pretty good.
pits.
Yoshi came out obviously in first place. Gilo obviously in second place. Where is Gabriel Live at the moment? Gabriel Live nowhere near Mafiosa right now, so Mafiosa's gonna have a secured P3 as well. The top 3 have dominated the entire field. Sharpie's coming out.
They really
as well.
have.
Where is Gabriel Live? Gabriel Live is. Oh, I guess Gabriel Live's gonna be taking 5th place now then, as Sharpie. An incredible result for him. No one expected.
Oh, it's not over yet. It's only 1.7 seconds between P4 and P5. Just a little mistake from Shafi or a really good final lap from Gabe Alive may give him the opportunity of DRS on one of the 2 DRS regions that we have on the track.
He's gonna have to find 7/10 against Sharpie at the moment to try and get P4 away from him. We have a clear top 3 at the moment. We don't need to watch them until Paper Yoshi gets in the final. Oh, but Gabriel Live messes up into turn 6. That is not what he needed. Gabriel Live, we've seen him get good pace, and it is an incredible result for Sharpie to get P4. Probably his best of the season so far, and he's gonna be very happy with that.
Oh, I would be as well. I mean, that's a great result for the Sandstorm team. You see all 4 Sandstorm drivers in the top 14.
Oh, there's another.
That's a very good day out for them.
There's another possible move we might be able to see here. Action for P7 at the moment. Ikonos, no, he messes up the chicane. Dang it, we don't get a DRS here from him. Otherwise, Paper Yoshi.
Paper Yoshi wins out the Australian Grand Prix in FL. What a race by him. Omega Maze gets DRS on the final lap.
And there you go. Mafiosa
What can he do with that?
This has been a very distinct race for Paper Yoshi, Gilo, and Mafiosa. They've been fighting close in the start, but in the end, Yoshi has dominated it. And there's Kirilo and Satami have recovered quite well as well for Armor Crafton, getting P6 and 7, all the way down from P11 and 17th. So that's good positions for them. Martin gets into P9. Ikonos up into 8th, and JH Dash completed the top 10. Sharpie, we also have to mention Sharpie and Gabriel Live fighting for P4 and 5 in the last lap. And Legendary only managed a P11 after an unfortunate series of events in the middle of the race. And Omega Miss, our driver for Vanwave, sitting in 12th, Sandoris in 13th, Mopeki in 14th, driving for Sandstorm. Sandstorm getting probably their best result right now. JH Dash, Sharpie, and Sandoris have been going crazy this race. And then Faxio, our kind of reserve driver for Blip Dash, sitting in P15, which is not too bad from where he started. So, decent.
Yeah, I mean, he gained a fair few positions, but nonetheless, Cookie Munchers will gain on Vanwave for the first time in quite a few races now.
I also do like to see how close all these times are. None of these gaps here are in the double digits in the seconds. So.
Yeah, it's pretty close all the way from P15 upwards. P16 is where we see our first double digits, which I don't think you can actually see on stream.
No, I
so
cannot. I have not set that up. I'm not Renacuss. So we have 30 seconds for everyone else to finish their heat. Davey Cyan is on lap 9. That's the guy we've seen earlier on just absolutely do donuts on turn 1 for some reason. And there we go. The race heat has been completed, and we're gonna be able to see our top 12 announcing in. No,
we're just doing BCC. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Yeah. So BCC is an event, and it is one of them of all time. So
It's gonna be
it
starting in
doesn't
10
let me in
minutes.
right now.
It's gonna be starting in 10 minutes, so we might have to wrap this up quickly. Anyway, I guess thank you for watching. I'm joined by Soda Soaker. Owner of the
Yay!
channel.
Thanks for hosting the stream. It's been a great race. Very intense moments, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time. Well, actually, no, I think
No,
I should
next
be
week, I
there.
think. Is it?
Next week we have Formula On,
Ah, okay. Hopefully
and then we
I
should
get
have
to
the
see him, right?
Netherlands. I think we should have the Dutch Grand Prix in just 2 weeks' time.
Alright, well.
But until then, goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.